All right, just want to kind of hit on some of the special buys of the day at the depot. You know, I figure we'll have one more, maybe two, possibly three more special buys of the day up until next week. I'd say probably Monday, Tuesday will probably be the last day. But we might see another day here this week of some more deals. And to be honest, a lot of the same stuff that we see, they kind of change out week after week. Nothing real spectacular, but I might have a few diamonds in the rough. First up, we got the Dewalt 7-tool combo kit in the Tough System 1.0 case. Don't know why you would not go with the 2.0 combo deal for $4.99. You are getting the brushless hammer drill, but then they throw in the 885 brushed impact. They say it says 20 volt XR at the top, but definitely not XR. Definitely the brushed 885. You get the brushed 6.5 inch circular, the brushless XR multi-tool, not the atomic. You're getting the brushed angle grinder, the brushless orbital sander, the oldie goldie light. So you're getting 2 2s and a 4 with that kit. But anyway, $4.79. If you can pay the extra for $4.99 and get that 2.0 kit, I think it's more of a value in that kit. Anyway, and then we got the hammer drill impact driver with a 4 and a 2 plus it looks like a 3/8 impact wrench for $2.79. It's a pretty decent deal. Usually the stubby is $1.79 by itself, and then that kit with the 2 and the 4, the impact and the drill are $1.79. So you're saving some cash on that. And we got the brushed drill and impact driver with a titanium drill bit set for $109. Rigid. If you care enough to hear what I have to say about the rigid situation, stay tuned for after the video. At the end, I'll kind of, say what I think based off of what I know and what I've, sort of come to the conclusion of based off of recent events and events in the past. So anyway, here you're getting the newer brushless hammer drill and impact driver. You're getting that Ryobi style box looking, square looking bag. The slower charger looks like you're getting a 4 and a 2, but you're also getting the octane 1/2 inch. Is it the high torque? I don't know if this is this is the mid torque. So you get an octane mid torque impact wrench, for $3.79. Now how you're getting the atomic impact driver and drill with that, it's basically that holiday combo. I think it's $149. And they have a similar, of course, at Lowe's. They don't call it the atomic, but it's basically the same kit here for $149 as well. Paying an extra $50 for the 6.5 inch circular saw. And here you got the hammer drill and the mid torque for $309 with a 4. It looks like more of a case, a soft case than a bag. Kind of a weird bag or carrying case for this situation. Right here we got the brush drill driver, impact driver. Looks like you're getting 2 1.5s probably with that kit, and then the brushed recip for $244. Nah. Don't like it. Okay, here we got the bandsaw and the grinder. And they're both, let's see, is that bandsaw brushless or not? I don't think that the bandsaw is brushless, but you're getting an octane angle grinder anyway. Here we got the area light and the spotlight. I think this is hybrid. Can you plug this bad boy in? Yeah, dual power. I think it has a 12-volt adapter. You know, if maybe you're riding, you can use it in your vehicle. I don't know how long the cord is to it, but, you know, you can point it outside your window, you know, kind of spot check things as you're going along. Of course, it also uses a battery as well. I mean, you can plug a battery into it. And here we got this, their newer mini spotlight, I guess. Their newer mini work light they recently released, and the area light. But with this one, you're getting a battery and a charger for $69. All right, multi-material saw with the bandsaw for $239. Kind of go through these. This doesn't like the brushless recip. I believe that's the brushed. This is the newer brushless recip. I apologize, but you do get the orbital action. I'm telling you, I use that octane recip for a day or two on a job, and I was pretty impressed with the power and the smoothness of it. It had the orbital action as well. And here we got your crafters kits here. You got the compact glue gun, area light, and the speaker. I've not used the speaker. I don't know anybody who has it. Don't really know if it's worth having versus spending a few extra bucks on, you know, these other Bluetooth speakers that you can get that, you know, Anchor or JBL or Monster or whatever. Who knows, whoever they got whatever they got these days. Anyway, now they got they're finally putting some of the dual temperature glue gun into some of these kits here. Go through these pretty quick. They don't give you a price on this brushless hammer drill here. Now this might be a pretty good little deal here as well. US MSRP on the stubby, of course, like I said, is $179. And it's like you're getting the fuel ratchet as well. So it's a pretty good deal here at $234. Now we got our banger back from a couple weeks ago. You get the you get the 6 and the 3 for $89. The battery and charger. I say bag and charger. Let me take another sip of this coffee real quick. Anyway, you get the 6 and the 3, the bag, and the charger. Now these this bag right here is a pretty nice bag. You know, if you're interested in a bag, but it's one of the nicer bags that you get with some of these kits, in my opinion. Anyway, it's a nice full zip bag. There's no like little holes and stuff on the side where stuff can fall out like you get with some of these other tool brand bags. So anyway, pretty good deal here. It's back. Here we got the fuel bandsaw deep cut. Is this a deep cut? No, but it is the fuel M12 fuel bandsaw with the multi-material saw for $239. That's a pretty good deal there. And here we got a really good deal here. You're getting the 4 and the 2 with the 3/8 inch stubby. You know, really good deal here. MSRP $179. I say it again. So for another $20 to get a 4, a 2 battery, a charger, and a bag. Jesus. Pretty good deal. Here we got you get a 2 and a 4 with the older brushed oscillating multi-tool. I'm really surprised they're still kind of, must be just trying to get rid of these in their inventory. Because they keep coming back out with these deals and specials on them for some odd reason. And here we got these 779. This looks like this. Let me make sure. Yep, you get the 779 with the stand. Now the days are over of being able to get the 779 for $350. The new standby price is $399. That's the new sale price. I don't see it going any lower than that. So for another 50 bucks, you're getting a stand. Now, just keep in mind, this is going to be your stationary stand. This saw is not, it's not, you know, doesn't weigh a ton, but it's pretty heavy. And to have it keep setting it up and taking it back down, setting it up and taking it back down, you know, this is more of a, you know, you're going to be at a job for a week or two, you set it up and leave it. You know, this is not going to be something you're going to, not something with the ultra portable tradesman in mind. And it looks like here we got the 1/2-inch stubby. Another good deal here. Now here we got the newer 8 1/4 compact table saw with the stand. I don't use a table saw a whole lot. I do have the Cobalt table saw with the, you know, this with the stand and everything built into it that I really like. Don't really know much about the Dewalt one. I'll go ahead and just admit that. But $329, I think it's usually $350. I think we saw it recently was for $350, but here you're getting a stand for $20 less. So if you've been wanting to get a table saw, a compact saw, this might be the time to get it. Now we got the Rocket Light with 2 6s for, is this 2 6s or a 4 and a 6? Yeah, it was like you're getting 2 6s. It's a really good deal here. You're getting 2 6s and the M12 Rocket Light. Now, my thoughts on the Rocket Light, the M12 version, you know, unless you have the M18 Rocket Light, you know, that one that, not the one they just came out with, but the older one that has been out for a couple years, you know, unless you have those side by side, you don't really appreciate just how small, lightweight, and portable this M12 version is. And it really puts out more light than you think. You know, you think M12, 1500 lumens, it can't be that bright. But you really be, you know, surprised that how often I grab this light over that M18 light, just for the simple fact that, you know, you can just grab it with one hand, you know, and it's not heavy at all compared to that M18. You know, it's really portable. You know, it's not long. But I find myself grabbing that M12 version more than the M18 for sure. And for $179 with 2 6s, you're going to get an astronomical amount of runtime off of that. And here we got the installation drill driver with the multi-tool, $249. This is a pretty decent deal here. You're getting the atomic brushless drill impact driver with 2 1.3s and the atomic multi-tool for $149. It's a pretty good deal. You know, usually that multi-tool is $100, and the impact driver here is $99. But I don't think you get 2 batteries with that atomic kit. Either way, here we got the ratchet, and looks like you're getting a 4, or you're getting a 6 with that, with the ratchet and the multi-tool. Now we got the stapler with the 4 and a 2. It's a pretty good deal there. And for $129, you're getting a 4 as well and a hard case. Usually this is $99, but you get a 2 and a soft case. So for another $30, you can get a 4, a hard case, if that's what you are interested in. Atomic with a brushed recip. You know, not bad here, especially if you're looking for a recip and you were, you know, wanting to get the impact driver anyway. This is the drill driver, impact driver with the 2 batteries and the charger. You know, you can buy this in a kit already for $149, so I don't know why they're doing it this way. Kind of weird. And here the same kit with the circular saw. Now here we got the lantern. Usually the lanterns for on sale for like $50, but here you're getting a 4 and a 2 for another $50. The MSRP on a 2 is usually $64. I don't know why you're not getting at least a bag with this. But if you haven't ever used the lantern lights, I have not used the M18 version, but the M12 version I really like. I like that it's got the, you got the multiple mode lighting. You can take this little black collet in the middle here and rotate it around, and that'll give you 360-degree lighting. Or whenever you rotate it, you get 180, and you can hang it. You can set it on the ground. It's really kind of a versatile light and puts off more light. Again, the 400 lumens might not sound like a lot, but it really is a lot of soft lighting. It puts out a lot of light that's not blinding, so you can still see to do things in your area, but it's not like an overwhelmingly bright light. Like if you look in that direction, now you can't see when you look away. I really like the lantern light. Of course, it's got the USB charging as well for charging your USB devices. And here we got the M12 subcompact bandsaw kit with the 3XC. And this is the little small boy. Really, probably for 1.5 2-inch pipes. Well, I guess really for a 3/4 inch EMT. It's a really specific kit here. Electricians, you're running your conduit and whatnot. That is a option for you there. All right, now we got the fuel multi-tool with a 4, looks like, and you're getting a 20-piece multi-tool blade kit. Nice little bag for your multi-tool and a charger. And they're already giving you a couple sanding triangles and the little pad that goes, the loop, the hook and loop pad for your sandpaper there. Okay. So if you've got a couple of these chargers laying around, this is just the base charger. Apparently they go for $80. Well, for as much as $120, if you can believe it or not. Now we got the big Hog Carbide Kit here for $100. It's a 10-piece. Similar deal. What we've been seeing on that last year and this year. So we got we got atomic. This is going to be for your little mini circ saw here. That's what little blade's for. I've used these Dewalt blades. I'm not a really big fan of these reset blades at all. They're not really durable. They're pretty thin. I just was not impressed by the performance, and for them to say thick metal on here is really a little bit baffling. But that would be the last thing I would cut with these. Anyway, the 15-inch Ultimate Job Site backpack. It's a pretty good deal on this. If you're interested in that. I think we may have seen it for $69 at one time. I can't really remember. If you remember, put it down in the comments. This is a pretty good little deal here. If you kind of piece everything together, we'll kind of get an idea. It looks like, we'll call it $15 for the fast back knife kit, another $20 for the screwdriver kit. I don't know if this is a 7-in-1 or 6-in-1 pliers, but usually those are $15 as well. And then you got your pliers, depending on what size you get of those can run you $12 to $15 a piece as well. And then you have looks like a 25-foot auto lock. So this is a pretty good little kit here. If you're maybe you can buy this and sort of part this out. Give the knives to somebody, give the screwdrivers to somebody, to give the tape measure to somebody. Maybe you want the pliers, the electrician's pliers there, the 6-in-1 or 7-in-1, whichever it is. Not a bad little kit there. And here we got the 191 mechanics tool set. If you're interested, go nutty. Now this is the utility cart. This is for those of you who maybe weren't really interested in the rolling tool, the pack out box. If you've got a couple of these larger or medium-sized boxes, or maybe even those drawer boxes. This is a really good option for those of you who wanted that. Now you don't have to have the rolling box at the bottom to be able to roll your drawer pack-out boxes around. And now you don't have to take your drawer pack-out boxes off to be able to get to that large box at the bottom. So this allows you to have your drawer boxes be completely mobile without having to unstack and restack your boxes to get to the non-drawered boxes, if you catch my drift. $219 for this scissor set. Says it's usually $270, and this folds up as well whenever you do want to take them off and kind of store them. So again, another option that might be viable for those of you who do not want the rolling pack out box but want to be able to transport your non-rolling boxes around. Freeman flooring stapler, a 9-inch diamond metal cutoff saw blade. It's a pretty good little deal here on that for the diamond blade. Now we got that utility cart with the milk crate, the Husky pneumatic. Now I've not used the Husky one before, but it's a good deal cheaper right now than even the Makita or the Dewalt or that Rigid when they go on sale. And this should be, I don't know about the capacity. I think that Rigid might be able to shoot a little bit larger of a nail. And I don't know about the Makita. And I don't know if this one's oilless. But that Rigid is oilless. But it looks like this Husky one comes with a little bottle of oil. Now here's the regular job site backpack for $64. The Flex Volt 12-inch 60 teeth carbide. This is a pretty good price on a 12-inch blade here. A 60 tooth carbide tipped as well, if you're interested. The Milwaukee bimetal set, the recip saw blade set for $17. And I don't know. Let's see what you get in here. Well, it's kind of blurry. All right, you're getting 8 14 TPI metal blades, 5 18 TPI metal blades, 3 24 TPIs. So you're not getting any carbide or any torch blades in that as well, in that at all. But again, if you're more about the quantity over the blades, then that's something you might be interested in. The bimetal blade here, the one that we see every year, time and time again. And here we got the little combo, the milk crate and the large box with the utility cart, $239. Here we got some air hoses. This is kind of an extreme kit here. You get 2 6s with the radio for $179. The radio / speaker. And then it looks like we got some heated gear, some women's access jackets, and the heated hoodie. I think the standard lower price on these have kind of gone up a little bit. And it's $99 for the hoodie only. All right, if you stay around this long, I'll kind of give my thoughts on the Rigid situation. Years ago, the Rigid in Home Depot had a big presence. You saw signs everywhere, Gen 5X, and then you saw the signs for the octane this, octane that. You got to get you an octane. And then they just kind of died away. Now, for those of you who don't know, TTI, who owns Ryobi, owns Milwaukee, and we'll talk about just those brands just because they own a lot of other brands. But for this explanation, we'll just stick to the power tools only. They own Ryobi, they own Milwaukee. They make the tools. They make the Rigid tools, but do not own the Rigid brand. They are owned by Emerson, and they've contracted with Milwaukee to make these Rigid tools. Now, they don't. from a business perspective, yes, they want to sell the rigid tools, but TTI doesn't really have a dog in that race or a horse in that race. Yes, they make money on the tools, on those rigid tools that they sell, but since they don't own those tools, it's not like selling the Milwaukee or Ryobi. So what they've done, and this is just my opinion, what they've done is they've sort of stepped up the Ryobi game. They've kind of given them a more of a polished look, a more appealing look to, budget-minded professionals and tradesmen and, prosumers that want a little bit higher end tool than what Ryobi previously offered. And so they've kind of started fighting for some of that territory from rigid, and it looks like to me they've sort of succeeded in that. You see some new tools coming out for rigid, a lot of the newer brushless stuff, but it seems to be, it's new, but it doesn't seem to be as strong or as powerful as it once was. Just for instance, that Octane High Torque, they came out and released it just to kill it off, and then come out and release a brushless version that is weaker than its previous version. I don't know what they're doing to the rigid line. They came out with the subcompact stuff. It was almost like they developed all that stuff and then released it just for them to sort of revamp the Ryobi stuff. Now they got the HP. Now they're touting more of a heavy duty presence and sort of pulling that away from rigid. You go in Home Depot, you're hard pressed to even see hardly any rigid advertisements at all. You might see an end cap, here and there, but you don't see any banners. You don't see any big displays like you used to see, and even this year, really I think there's a small rigid buy more, save more, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody hardly sees it. You got the 4 amp hour batteries on sale for $99, but that's it. I'm not saying the rigid is going away, but I just don't think they're going to be a big player like they used to be, where you had a decision to make. Hey, am I getting Cobalt? Am I getting rigid? Or am I getting, Ryobi? Well, for the Pro or the Budget Pro, Ryobi might not have even been a thought. Hey, I'm just going to, rigids, they're touting this big sporty name, Octane or this and that, with advertisements and marketing geared towards, professionals and those who wanted more of a value, who want to make their dollar go a little bit further. With the LSA, where people have, good experiences and bad experiences with it. Just some of my thoughts, but they seem to have sort of taken that marketing away from rigid and put it more towards Ryobi, where in the past they were more focused on the homeowner or the DIY person, and not so much on the professional. Even though you had professionals that would use Ryobi tools, now they're really marketing towards that. But anyway, just some of my thoughts. I don't think they're going away. I just don't think they're going to have as big of a presence that they've had in the past. And I think that TTI is more focused on, Hart, which is, sharing some of that market territory, or that market with the mid to lower end Ryobi. Ryobi's kind of taking over that mid to upper level, DIY Budget Pro, and then rigid is kind of just left somewhere in the middle, sort of competing with Ryobi, and also, with other brands like Skill and Cobalt. Anyway, just my thoughts. Have a good one.